Mark Hilliard joins us, president of the Indiana County Chamber of Commerce, brought to us by Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Mark, good morning. Let me press a button here. There you go. Hi, Mark.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Terrific. We are, as this year unfolds before us, as weird as it has been, we're trying to make steps back to more of a normal world. And, well, we've got a couple of things coming up. First of all, the main topic today is going to be next week's State of the County address. But I just wanted to ask you right at the outset, we're in a special week for shopping locally. Tell me how that's gone.
Well, no, that's actually taking place in July.
July
19th to the 25th. Yeah, so we're not there yet. Right now, we're just encouraging businesses to participate in it. It's 19th to the 25th is going to be Indiana County Shop Local Week. We're really excited. I've been meeting with a lot of the communities, and we're hoping that each community is going to be doing something different during that week, in addition to some of the things that we're doing. But we've already heard from some that they're going to have their firefighters, volunteer fire companies will be out selling fish fries or a barbecue in certain areas. So whether it's Blairsville, Homer City, Clymer, Salzburg, we want everybody involved, and we're offering chamber cash too. So businesses, we want you to participate so that we can help promote you and let people know to go to your place and shop. And we're hoping it's just like a mini small business Saturday that we can help give our businesses a boost. So that's July 19th to the 25th. But any business, you don't have to be a chamber member. Please contact our office. If you're a retailer or a restaurant, we want you to be a part of it.
Yeah, my ongoing problems with months that begin with JU are continuing because I have all this week I've had all kinds of difficulty distinguishing between June and July, and I did there as well. All right, so let's get to what happens on July the 1st, next Wednesday, a week from today. This is promises to be a really, really interesting event.
Yes, this was actually something we had wanted to do in person back in April, but obviously that wasn't able to happen. But we had envisioned it as kind of a breakfast event where people could purchase a ticket and go and eat breakfast and be able to go in person and hear the commissioners speak and ask questions. But we felt that even given the current situation, it was still very relevant to still hold the event, but to do it in a different way, to hold it virtually and just make it free to the public. So you could still eat your breakfast while you're watching it, but you can do it in the comfort of your own home. And it is free, but it's going to be a State of the County address with all three county commissioners. They graciously agreed to do this, and I think it's a very important time to be able to not only hear what they have to say, but be able to ask questions that might be on your mind, if to all three of the county commissioners as we move forward here in Indiana County.
I'm sure folks will be formulating their questions over the course of the next week or so to try to get the answers to what their concerns are. As the president of the Chamber of Commerce, and as you think about some of the questions from your standpoint, what are some of the issues you'd like to see addressed, and I'm sure the commissioners will be?
Well, some of the things I do expect them to talk about are the COVID response and recovery efforts and the CARES Act funding and, just their view on that, where they see Indiana County moving forward, how they see some of that funding be able to be used to help us recover and help our area recover. Certainly a part of that is rural broadband. I think that came, to a head almost when we looked at some of the school districts having to do distance learning. And, I know that's been an ongoing issue with the commissioners, but, anything related to our business community, what we can do to kind of help them out, and I know from speaking with the commissioners as part of the COVID task force that they have put together, a lot of those issues are being talked about, but I think it's important for the community and the public to be able to hear a lot of those responses as well. So those are the primary, and to be honest, those are two of the issues that we've gotten a couple of questions already, and those are some of the questions that have come up related to those topics. But I do expect, there to be a multitude of different topics for the commissioners, and they're going to have their opportunity as well to kind of give their statements. We have to remember this is still within, or two of the three of them, this is still their first year. Yeah. We had envisioned it being an opportunity for them to kind of talk about their goals and what their vision is for their tenure as a county commissioner. And I know that's going to be changing a little bit based on what has happened, but I think it's still an important question to ask and to be able to hear from them what their vision is moving forward.
Yeah, well, one of the questions for commissioners in any county right now might just be, how do we get up off the mat because we got knocked down by this pandemic? And certainly rural broadband is one of the issues that is at the top of everybody's minds all across Pennsylvania, because this is something we've seen coming educationally, and all of a sudden it hit us, and nobody was prepared for having to shut down schools and go immediately to the model where you're getting your education online. But all of a sudden it happened, and now people are trying to sort of recover from that and see what we can do better. And rural broadband is right there at the top of the list.
Yes, I think that one of the things I'd like to hear as well is just what are our plans to not just with rural broadband, but period. You don't want to think like this, but we want to be better prepared if something like this would, God forbid, happen sometime in the future. And what steps can we take as a county? And rural broadband obviously is one of those. But what steps can we take to be better prepared? From my seat, I've talked to a lot of businesses who have told us that they were not prepared. They were not prepared with their website or on social media or digitally to be able to keep business going in any capacity. And it took them weeks and in a couple cases months to be able to do that. What can we do as an entire community to be better prepared if this would happen again? That we can take steps to make it a little bit of an easier process. And I think overall, Indiana County has done very well, and I think the numbers have showed that. But at the same time, we can do better, and I think there are steps that we can take to. And I'd like to hear the commissioners talk a little bit about what their plans are for that as well.
Yeah, I'm certain that there will be many, many businesses that will develop an emergency closet where they'll keep all of their masks and all of their PPE equipment, their plexiglass and everything. That stuff isn't going into the dumpster when this is all over, because they'll clean them up and they'll be needed again, I'm sure. But, from a business perspective, and, the county has to be in the business of attracting businesses into Indiana County. This has been a tremendous hit, and so I'm sure that they're looking at ways to recover in that aspect of keeping a business climate going too.
They are, and I think that the one thing that we have is that every county is dealing with this. It's not as if Indiana is going to be looked at more negatively than another county because of this pandemic. And in some cases, I feel we could be looked at more positively because of the way that we handled it and the fact that really I felt our business community, our hospital, I think everyone has done a tremendous job in being able to really minimize the damage that was done both from the number of cases and also from the economic impact. So I think in a lot of ways we can look at that as a positive thing to attract businesses to Indiana County. But yeah, we can't take our foot off the gas. We've got to continue to look forward and try to attract more and more businesses to our county.
Yeah, we think of our conversation with Byron Stauffer a couple of weeks ago talking about that survey of business confidence. And Indiana County seemed to be very near the top of the list in terms of business owners and business people saying, we're going to get back over this, we're going to recover from this. And Indiana County is sort of a leader in that respect of not backing down from this. And I think that's a pretty good model. As the meeting unfolds next week, the State of Indiana County address, what are the mechanisms by which people can attend, can ask questions, and be a part of it?
Well, I would encourage, first of all, if you have a question, and this will be available even if you're not able to attend it. It's 9 o'clock next Wednesday morning. And if you're not able to join live, we will be sending out a link to be able to view that State of the County address later. You can view it, at your convenience. But I would encourage you to submit questions early on. So if you can get your questions in advance, whether you can be there live or not, send them to questions@IndianaCountyChamber.com. So that's questions, plural, at IndianaCountyChamber.com. And then if you want to attend the event and you want to join it live, and you'll be able to have a chance to ask the questions there as well while you're attending the Zoom event. It is virtual, and you can attend it wherever you are, whether you're on a smartphone or at a laptop or in your own home. Just log on to our website. As soon as you log on to our website, IndianaCountyChamber.us, you'll see a link right at the top of the page. You won't be able to miss it. It'll say click here to register. So it's IndianaCountyChamber.us. Go to that website. You'll see the link to register immediately. And once you do that, that's all you have. You're all set. It'll be all ready to go for you for next Wednesday.
Sounds terrific, and I'm sure that a lot of folks are already marking that down and getting their questions into you. And we want to see this thing be a success. And obviously, as you said, this was something that was planned before the pandemic, but it takes on added significance now. Anything else folks need to know about this or any other events that the Chamber's involved in, Mark?
No, we are just happy that we're talking about events again, and some of them are a little bit different than we would have planned. But we also have a coffee talk event that is just kind of a chamber chat type of deal that we're working on for next Tuesday. So if you're a chamber member, you want to be a part of that and talk about, hear about what's going on with us and what's going on in the business community, you can call our office and book that. But right now, I'd like people just and it's free to the public. Anybody can register. You don't have to be a business member, a chamber member. You could just be a regular citizen and click on IndianaCountyChamber.us and get registered for next week's event.
Very good. Mark, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks, Todd. I appreciate it.
All right. We'll talk with you again soon.
Hope so.